Okay, hello, welcome back to part 2, and I'm going to be continuing with the DVDs that I've gotten over the past 4 months. Anyways, next one I had to get the DVD version because it kept getting changed in the UK. It was changed in the UK to Death and Life. Anyway, it's the Death and Life of Charles St. Cloud. That's by the DVD versions that get changed in the name, whereas you don't really care about. I never really advertise my Blu-rays, my DVDs. I advertise my Blu-rays, but not my DVDs. So. Anyways, if you haven't seen this film, it's Zac Efron. His brother's in a car accident and he dies. Zac Efron lives and he can see his brother's ghost and he's in a cemetery. It's actually a pretty touching film. Zac Efron actually does some good acting in this, and he's gotten pretty good at being serious, even though, everyone still sees him as he was in High School Musical. But he does some pretty good acting, and this is a slipcover. Here's DVD. £1 off for Glamour as a magazine, but anyway, I already showed you when I was unboxing this. I already showed you what was inside. So anyway, if you're a fan of Zac Efron, pick this up because you'll be amazed by his acting. And these are a couple of Blu-rays that I've got for my birthday. And the first one I went to see this at a cinema and I had a good time. I never really saw the British version of this, but this is kind of better than the British version, which I hear is getting a Blu-ray release in America, and if it's region free I'll probably import that from Axel.com. And it's Death at a Funeral, and this is sort of, if you haven't seen this, it's Chris Rock and Martin Lawrence's dad dies and they're at his funeral, and they're sort of getting some sort of crazy situations, like Saldana boyfriend accidentally takes this hallucinogenic, and Peter Dinklage's character is revealed to be like the dead father's gay lover who is angered at not getting included in the will, and he just tries to blackmail him for money. And it's actually a really funny film, and well, I'll show you the case. Now, I do have a top 10 films of 2010 list that I've already filmed. I need to edit. Here's a pamphlet, a leaflet on Blu-ray. All these Blu-rays that Columbia are releasing. Here's another one of these, written half English, half German. There's Peter Dinklage being placed in the coffin because people thought he was dead, so they tried to cover up. So, anyway, this is a good film. Get it. And this is one my brother got for me for my birthday, and it is Todd Phillips' follow-up to the Hangover, Due Date. This is his directorial follow-up to The Hangover, starring Robert Downey Jr. and Zach Galifianakis. And it's basically Robert Downey Jr. He returns he sort of tries to get home from a business trip, and he meets Zach Galifianakis, and Zach Galifianakis' character accidentally gets him kicked off a plane, so him and Robert Downey Jr. have to go on a road trip to LA so that Robert Downey Jr. can get back in time for when his wife's having his first child. And this is pretty better than The Hangover. I can't wait for The Hangover Part 2 because I've looked at the trailer for that, and it actually looked pretty good. Here's the back of the cover, and you know, it's best to get Blu-rays sort of worn as Blu-rays from the UK, because now they do some sort of stuff where they have a Blu-ray only version that has only one feature, so you have to get the combo pack and get like more money for it. And I've used the digital copy for this. There's the leaflet for digital copy. There's the Blu-ray. I don't know why it's all in white. And there's due date. This is sort of a combo disc, so it has both the DVD and the digital copy on this. So anyway, if you like The Hangover, definitely pick this up because it's way funny. And the next one I've got, as you all may know from past videos, I am saving up for a 3D television, and I do not have one yet, but I got this for my birthday, and what I'm trying to do is, you know, I'm not really much of a double dipper, and some 3D movies that I own on Blu-ray that have the crappy glasses are getting released on Blu-ray 3D, and I don't really like to double dip, so I'm just trying to like pick specific packages that don't have those Blu-rays that I have. And anyway, you know, I'm actually saving up for free TV, and I'm going to get a Blu-ray player that might not have any 3D Blu-rays that come with it, but so what I'll do is just, if I buy like 2 or 3 Blu-rays, that might hold me off, you know, before I get a 3D Blu-ray player. So you know, I'll be prepared for it in the future. So this one I've got is just Before Me, and I got 3D Blu-ray, and I haven't really touched the 3D Blu-ray because the 3D Blu-ray don't have any features. Disc 2 is the 2D version, and it has all the features on it, so, which means the Blu-ray 3D feature film may have a better quality because it has no features. So and plus this has like all three all new mini movies starring the Minions, which are these little guys here, and I've never really watched these yet, but you know, this was a good film at the cinema. It did have a really good ending credit sequence with the Minions going to the audience in 3D, having a competition about who can reach the farthest. But anyway, this is the Blu-ray 3D disc. I haven't even touched that. Well, I've literally touched it, but what? I've never really got it out of its case. This here is the 2D Blu-ray, and here is an advert for the movie Hot, which just came out. So anyway, you might want, if you love this, if you do have 3D TV and you love this one, get the 3D Blu-ray. And if you haven't seen it, it's Steve Carell. He's like a super villain, and he's really crap at it, and he wants to steal the moon, but the Bank of Even won't give him the funding for it to get like a shrink ray. So he robs it off this guy, and he needs like these 3 orphans that are selling cookies to get the shrink ray off him, sort of a distraction. But he sort of grows to like love them, and yeah. Well, anyway, it does have a couple of good roles in it. It has Jermaine Clement, Russell Brand, who is actually pretty funny. I can't wait to see Arthur, the Arthur remake. So anyway, check this one out. And the next one I have, my mate borrowed the second movie off my brother borrowed the second movie off a mate, and I had to get this because I hear they did a third movie in 3D, which has not even gotten a 3D Blu-ray release, which is a bit of a letdown. So anyway, I watched it. It's actually pretty good. It is Jackass the movie. Now I just watched Jackass #2 on Friday, and that was pretty good. And seriously, some of these jokes are funny. Some of the stunts are funny. And the second movie, they do unpredictable stuff. Like in the second movie, there was a scene where they made this guy eat horse crap. Seriously, it was just, and this is actually pretty good. You know, if you watch this, don't try any of the stunts at home. Seriously, this is what the disc looks like, and 5 hours of bonus features. So be sure to check that out. I'm sure to check out Jackass 3, which I haven't really seen, but I will watch it one day. Okay, and the next one I have, I know it's a bit babyish, but I've got some Dr. Seuss movies. I've got The Grinch on Blu-ray. I haven't really got Hart and Here's a Who yet, but this one I got is The Cat in the Hat, and I kind of wanted to upgrade from this DVD version that I got was a bit, you know, not very good, and it's just sort of based on a Dr. Seuss book. Two kids are bored, Mike Myers' character comes in and entertains them, but this is actually, when you're a kid, it actually has to be a good movie because you've got no morals. It's just about colour, and you know, all pretty colours. I love this movie. Oh, if it has pretty colours, then I'll definitely love it. So anyway, it does have a couple of good features. There's the disc, and yeah, well, Mike Myers, he does do some good acting. Like, I have to get the Shrek box set on Blu-ray, but this is pretty good. So I think Bo Welch directed this, who is the guy who did like design a set on Tim Burton's like classic movies. So better check that out. Anyway, the next one I have, this is like a childhood classic, and I heard there's like a digibook version out, but this was for like 12 quid. I wanted to get something in HMV because I've got the card with me, which gives me points whenever I buy a DVD or Blu-ray. So I wanted to get this. Here in America they have a digibook version which looks pretty cool, but I have to settle for this. It's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and this is one of my favourite films. I think the Tim Burton movie is good, but this one is surprisingly better. It has songs that have become household hits, and just the set design is brilliant. Even though it did look a bit low budget, and I think the set design for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is better. And this has some good like features. This also has a documentary and a commentary and sing-along songs. And here's the disc. So the disc looks pretty cool. And the last one I have is Final Destination 3, the 2-disc Thrill Ride edition. And I wanted to get this because of the Choose Their Fate feature, which looks pretty good. And I can't wait for the Final Destination 5. So yeah, and I hear like the 4th Final Destination movie is getting a Blu-ray 3D release. Well, too bad, I already have the first edition that came out, so I'm gonna have to stick with that. But this is sort of, they're at a theme park, you have girls' premonition that the roller coaster crashes, and they all get off, and death comes back, killing them off one by one. So this is pretty good. Anyway, that's the last of my Blu-rays and DVDs. I'll be back in September for another update, so stay tuned. This is Cinema Man signing out. See you later. Bye.